Hi all, in this session we are going to learn about Traffic Manager profile in Azure. Here we can learn what is Traffic Manager, how to create Traffic Manager, where we are going to use the Traffic Manager, everything we are going to discuss in detail, and I am going to show it to you in a practical manner as well. Let us quickly understand what do you mean by Traffic Manager profile. Here, the Traffic Manager profile, simply called as TMP, is used to route the traffic to different endpoints or web applications or websites purely based on our instructions. Means whatever the instructions which we are going to define, based on that instructions, the TMP is used to route the traffic to that particular endpoints or web applications or websites. Here in the last session we had already discussed about Azure Load Balancer. What the Azure Load Balancer will do? It is going to balance the network traffic across the backend servers. In the similar way, the Traffic Manager is also used to balance the network traffic across the resources. But what is the basic difference between the Azure Load Balancer and TMP profile? Here, the basic difference is the network load balancer or Azure load balancer is used to balance the network traffic across the VMs. But this traffic manager profile is used to route the traffic or network traffic across the websites. Okay, let us understand some kind of examples, then you will have some kind of better understanding. Assume you have one web application. It is a highly critical application. Your client will not afford even 2 minutes downtime of that application. Suppose if you hosted an application in one of the region, assume you are going to host your application on East US region. Because of any reason, it is going to down. Then it is going to impact your business or not? The client will escalate you or not? Yes. But how we will overcome this scenario? If you are going to make this application is available in the another region, if this region has went down immediately, as a backup, the application which I had hosted in the another region will come into force. How that will be possible? With the help of Traffic Manager profile. Means the website is hosted over multiple regions, and the Traffic Manager profile is going to route the traffic to the applications or websites. This is the scenario 1. And example 2 is, suppose you are going to do some customization or new features of your application. Then you want to host on the real-time or prod environment. Then you just want to check some kind of inputs. Suppose you added some kind of additional features to your application. So instead of directing all the users to the new application, what you will do? You are going to make deployment and you are directing only 20% of your users to the new application based on their input. Furtherly, you are going to divert rest of 80% users to the new application. Suppose if the 20% users are not satisfied with the new features, then you are going to continue with the old application only. Otherwise, if the 20% of the web users are satisfied with your new features of your application, then what you will do? Rest of 80% of the user you are going to convert to this new application. Means 100% of users, means all the users whoever is going to access your application are going to route to the new web application only. This is also we can be able to achieve with the help of Traffic Manager profile. So here I am going to show to you in a diagrammatically representation. Suppose if any user want to connect to your application with the help of the Traffic Manager profile, what will happen? So initially they are triggered to the Traffic Manager profile. Then based on the settings which we had defined over the TMP, it is going to route the traffic to that particular endpoints or web applications or websites. If I set priority 1 as East West region, then all the requests will be go to the primary region only, that is East West region. Suppose I am going to show to you some screen marker. Yes. Here, with the help of the traffic manager profile, as per my instructions, whatever the traffic which has been hit to the traffic manager, it is going to redirect the traffic to the primary region, that is in East US region. Because of some issue, the primary region is going to down. It is not working. Then the traffic manager profile, what will do? It is automatically going to route the traffic to the secondary region. Means the users are not experienced any kind of application down. Here my requirement has been fulfilled or not? Yes, it has been obviously fulfilled. So with the help of TMP profile, here there are a lot of things. So here we have different routing methods in the TMP like priority, weighted, performance, geographic. So there are a lot of things. So let us discuss each and everything while we are doing practicals. So quickly I am going to log into the Azure portal. Just refresh the page and wait for some time until it has been loaded. So what is the first and foremost thing I need to create? Resource group. Just click on resource group and I'm going to RG1. I'm going to create in the East US region. Click on review plus create. Just click on create. Your resource group will be created soon. Yes, it's created just now. Go to home. Here what you will do? As you are going to host your application on top of the virtual machines. And here I am going to create the two virtual machines in the two different regions. Okay. Initially I am going to create one virtual machine in the East US region where my resource group has been located. So here it is a web application 1. I am going to select the East US. No infrastructure redundancy required. Security type standard. Image Windows Server 2000 and data center, and size by default it came. I'm continue with the default size 1 vCPU and 3.5 GB memory, and I'm going to set the name, username and password. I'm going to set the password. Again I'm going to set the password. The both passwords are matched, then only the green tick mark will appear. Here I am going to allow the ports HTTP and HTTPS as well. So by leaving each and everything, just click on review plus create. It is going to validate your virtual machine settings. Here if you are not defining your own network, then what Azure will do? It is going to provide some kind of default network in order to create your resources. Here simply click on duplicate. The web server 1 creation is in progress, which is going to create in the East US region. In the meanwhile, what I will do, I am going to create the another web server in another region. Why? If I am going to create the two VMs in the same region, then the region went down automatically, the entire application will get to down. So here my requirement is what? Even though one of the region is going to down, it is not going to impact my business or application. So that's why I am going to set the resource group is RG1 and web server 2. And here instead of selecting the East US, what I will do, I am going to select West US 2. Availability zone, no infrastructure redundancy required, and security type standard, and image Windows Server 2019. And again I need to set the username, password, here some mismatch happened, so that's why I'm going to retype the password again. Okay, and here I'm going to allow the port HTTP and HTTPS just like the web server 1, and here without doing anything, just click on review plus create. The VM will be created soon. So it is going to validate first. Once the validation has been passed, it is going to highlight the option create. Just click on create. Then what will happen? It is going to create the another server. The name of the server is server web server 2. It is going to create in the west us2 region. Here I had created two VMs. The two VMs I had created in the two different regions. So just check here. Go to resource, your web application 1, and here your web server 2 is in the progress. Okay, no worries. So go to home, click on virtual machine. Just check web application 1 where you are going to, where you had created. You had created in the East US region. Just click here and try to connect to the VM and download the RDP file. Just click on it, connect. If the machine is ready, then it is asking you password. Otherwise, it is throwing an error because of the machine is not yet setted. So it is going to take some time. So again, try to download the RDP file and click on connect. I hope it is asking right now. Just please pass the password which you had set while creating the VM. Click on yes. Then you are trying to connect to the web application 1 which you had created over East US region. So here this is the place or resource where you are going to host your web application. Okay, wait until it has been created, and here if you see the deployment is completed, means here go to resource, the web server 2 has been successfully created in which region. So go to home and go to virtual machines. Here the web server 2 is created in which region? West US. Both are, so here web application 1 is East US and web server 2 is West US 2 only. Here both are different regions. If US East US went down, it is going to serve the request from West US 2. If so, the same thing I am going to show to you guys. Just please with me for some time. So here go to virtual machines and click on web server 2. Just try to connect to the web server 2. Download the RDP file, open the RDP file, just click on connect, then pass the password, click on OK, and you are trying to connect to the web server 2. So you had already connected to the web application 1. Just click on as, close, add roles and features, click on next, next. These things you are doing in the web application 1 which has been created in the East US region. So just click on the add features. IaaS service is going to install on top of the server. Click on next, 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 install. The installation process has been initiated. So in the meanwhile, what I will do, I am going to do the same for the web server 2 as well. So click here. Just now it has been loaded. It is going to take some time. So just click on the server manager. Just click on S. And in web application 1, meanwhile what you will do, just go to my files, this PC, go to C drive, go to inetpub. Here it is not showing anything because of the IaaS service is not yet installed on top of VM, so that's why it is not showing anything. So once it has been installed, it is going to show to you some options. So you need to wait until the IaaS service has been successfully installed on your machine. Once the installation has been succeeded, then only you can be able to do the further steps. In the meanwhile, I am going to log into the web server 2. I just cancel it. Here I am going to try to install the IIS. Click on next, next, select the IIS, add features, click on next, 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 install. So here you are trying to install IIS service on top of web server 2, which has been created in the West US region. So it is going to take some time. So in the meanwhile, we will have some kind of quick look on this. Is this installation completed or not? Installation succeeded on web application 1. Just click on close. And here if you observe, the IIS service has been showing here, means the IIS service has been successfully installed in this server. So then here go to the inetpub. Right now you have options. Yes, you have options or not? Yes. Just go to www root. Here Control A, select all, delete, create the text file, enter, and open the text file, and application name is application. Go to file, save as index.html. All files, save, close. Here the internet symbol one file has been created now. Just remove the text file. Fine, close it. I am done with the web application 1 or web server 1. Go to the web server 2, and here what you need to do, go to web server 2, just check whether it has been succeeded or not. Still the service is not yet installed on top of web server 2. It is going to take some time to install the service. Meanwhile, what we will do, we will have some kind of quick look on TMP. Here where type traffic manager profiles, click here. Here right now you don't have any traffic manager profile with you. Just click on create. Here it is asking you in which subscription. You are going to select RG1. Here name as TMP 1122. Is it taken or not? Yes, it has been taken. And routing method. Here if you click here, we have multiple things: performance, weighted, priority, geographic, multi-value, subnet. Where we are going to use, I am going to show to you, tell the guys. Here go to the material. Here why we need to select these things? It is the different routing methods which are available in the traffic manager profile. Here if you select the priority option, what it will do, first of all, it is going to route the traffic to that particular endpoint based on the priority value. Suppose if it is not available, then only it is going to go to the next priority. If here the priority one is East US region. If the priority 1 has been failed, then only it is going to priority 2. Hierarchy level, it is going to follow the hierarchy level. Weighted, here based on the weight or route traffic to the different endpoints. Means weight means load or traffic. For uneven resources, you had created multiple VMs with uneven resources. What will happen? Based on the weight or load on the VMs, it is going to route the traffic to that particular endpoints. The endpoints may be VMs or web apps or whatever it may be. It is going to route the traffic based on the weighted parameter. And coming to the performance means lower the volume, higher the performance. If there is low load on the mission, there is a high performance. So if you want our end users to use the closest endpoint in the terms of low latency and means low network latency, we are going to opt this option. Means if I want to make the end users to access my web application with low latency, means high speed access, then I am going to select the performance. Geography means if you set the geography, suppose you had hosted one web application, you are going to host in multiple regions. So based on the region, where user is trying to access your application. So it is going to direct the traffic to that particular nearest region where the user is in. So in this way, user will experience the high performance of the application here. And we have some other options as well, like multi-value subnet. These all things are there. So generally in the real-time scenario as well, mostly they are selecting performance or priority, but in this scenario I am going to continue with the priority. So here I am going to set the routing method as priority, and the resource group location is where the resource group location is in East US only. If you want to mention tags, you can mention, otherwise click on review plus create and wait for a moment until it has been validation passed. Just click on create. Once the traffic manager profile has been created, what you need to do, you are going to add the targets, because of here I have the two VMs. I need to add these two VMs behind of TMP. Then only it can be able to route the traffic to these VMs. Here VM is where what? We are hosted our application on top of the VM only. Assume like this. The scenario is like this only. Here for lab purpose, simply we are showing some kind of text content. But in the real-time scenario, you are going to host your front-end web application on top of the IS service only. Okay, just go to TMP, and here what you need to do, go to settings, configuration, endpoints. Here is there any endpoints are there? No, right now there is no endpoints are there. I just want to add. Here click on add. It is asking you which type. It is Azure endpoint or external endpoint or nested endpoint. Nested means inside, loop inside loop. So here we are going to select Azure endpoint. Here my endpoint is what? Virtual machine. That is nothing but it is in Azure only now. So that's why we are going to select Azure endpoint name. P1. I am going to set priority 1. Here enable endpoint, just make this, and target resource type. What is the targeted resource type? Here is it public IP address or app service slot or app service or cloud service? Here based on the IP of the VM, I am going to redirect the traffic. So that's why here I am going to select public IP address. Here target resource. What is the target resource? Here if you observe here, for the web application 1, the web server 2, no FQDN. So because of the no FQDN, it is not going to replicate here. How we are going to set? So here go to home, click on virtual machines. First open the web application 1. Here if you see here, DNS name is not configured. The traffic manager profile will be called as a DNS load balancer. If the DNS is not configured, then it is not going to route the traffic. Here I need to pass the DNS value. Here I am going to pass Suneel Cloud Tech or Suneel IT Tech. Okay, just save. It is going to take some time. Okay, fine. And go to virtual machines 2. Here for this also I need to configure. Just click on DNS name Suneel IT Tech. Here I need to set the same thing because of both applications are same. The difference is I just hosted the same application over multiple regions. Here come to the web server 2. I hope right now the installation has been successful. Yes, click on close and click on this PC. Yes, go to this PC, go to C drive, inetpub, www, and Control A, delete, new text document, enter, Open the text document, application. This is what I had set in the web application 1. In the similar way, I'm going to set the same in the web server 2 as well. So save as index.html. Here you need to set all files. Then click on save. Close. Here select the text document. Just delete it and close it. Here come down. So here come to the web server 2 and click on the web server 2. Here check the DNS is configured or not. Yes, the DNS has been successfully configured for both the VMs. So right now go to the endpoint. If you want to create one more time, just click on add and Azure endpoint. I am going to set the name as rule P1 and cloud service node. I am going to set the public IP address. Here right now it is highlighted. Earlier I didn't configure the DNS name, so that's why it is not reflected. As I already configured the DNS name for the 2 web servers which I had created, so that's why right now it is showing. Just click on the first one and here I am going to set for web application 1 it is going to take as a priority 1. Add. I am going to add the web server 2 as a second endpoint. Name priority 2 and cloud services public IP address. Here the target resource is web server 2 IP. Okay, here the target is web server 2 and it is priority 2. Health checks will be determined if traffic can be served into public. Just click on add. Here right now, fine. So successfully I had added 2 endpoints. So here if you observe after some time the monitor status will change. Both the endpoints will come online. Monitor status is online. Once it comes to the online or turned out into the online status, then we can be able to check the same. Just click on overview. So here what you will do, here you just need to copy the link. This is the link which we are going to provide to the end users. With the help of this link, if the user is trying to access my web application, what will happen? It is redirected to the primary region where used to use because of I had set as a priority 1. So here click on endpoints. Here check the P1 rule means the primary region east US region it comes to online. So that's why it is going to serve my request. If you refresh here, it is going to show it here. Later if you observe the both endpoints will comes to online. So we need to wait until the second VM which we had created in the West US region as well comes to online or not. So initially whoever is user connected to my application, the traffic will be routed to the primary region. In primary region, how many websites I have, it is going to distribute the traffic across those VMs only or endpoints or web app. Suppose if you are going to create VM, it is going to route the traffic to the VM. If you created the PaaS service like web app, then it is going to route the request to the web app only. So based on the things which you had created, it is going to route the traffic accordingly. So just refresh it in order to check whether the both come online or not. Yes, successfully the 2 endpoints comes to online. Here, as I told to you in the scenario 1, as we had discussed the example 1 is if any one of the region is going to down, it is not going to impact the web application which I had hosted because of from the secondary region I can be able to access my web application. This is the thing. The same thing I am going to show here, guys. Suppose I want to down the web application 1 which is in the primary region. As I had said, it is a primary region in the nodes. So here go to compute source and web application 1 and here I am going to stop the VM. So stopping the virtual machine means the web application is going to down in the primary region. TMP profile, what it will do, whenever the application is going to downstate in the primary region, immediately what it will do, it is going to redirect the traffic to the secondary region where the application is live. Here the same application has been deployed over multiple regions. Even though one of the region where my application has been deployed is going to down, it is not going to apply, it is not going to impact my business because of the request will be served from the another region. So here if you observe later sometime, one of the node will come to the status will be changed. Here right now the 2 VM status is showing as online, but as I turned off the VM which is in the primary region, so because of the reason the monitor stats will be changed automatically, but the end users is not going to impact because of the service or application which the end user is trying to access is going to run in some other region, but maybe some latency is there, but he is not experienced, not more than that. Just if you refresh, yes, is it showing still it is serving request or not? Obviously it is serving the requests. Here if you refresh here, it is going to take some time guys, but surely it is going to replicate it soon. Here right now I have the two services or two endpoints or two virtual machines. It is showing in the online, but right now after some time one of the endpoint or virtual machine is going to down. So that status will be changed. Go to traffic view, go to endpoints. Maybe it is going to take some time in order to replicate the same, but here if you observe, it is showing it is not able to reach because it will be reached even your web application is not available in the primary region. Here just a moment, wait guys until it has been replicated. Yes, if you see here it has been degraded, means you don't know what happened in your east use region. Maybe some kind of hardware issue or maybe some kind of any other issues with your application. Your application has went down, because of the reason it is not going to impact. So in this way we can be able, okay guys, yeah, there is some kind of server issue. So in this way we are going to be able to implement the traffic manager profile in Azure. Hope you guys understood. Okay. Okay guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys understood this session. If you like or love my videos, please subscribe and share this video with your friends, and please hit the subscribe, means please hit the bell icon as well. So if you have any queries, just please put in the comment section. Accordingly, whenever I am freely available, I am going to revert to your question. At the same time, I am going to provide this material as well for you guys. So whoever is interested, just please put your email ID in the comment section. Accordingly, I am going to add those email IDs to the Google Classroom. Then you will have some kind of great stuff. So by using this material, that will, while doing the practical, that will be definitely helpful for you. So in order to do the best from your end. Okay guys, so in the next session I am going to show to you application gateway, how we are going to create the application gateway. So what type of topic is going to hit the application gateway, everything I am going to show to you in the next session. So here, so I am going to show to you guys, so just give me some time whether the application is accessible or not. Maybe some, ignore the connection error is there, so maybe some kind of network issue. Just a moment, I'm going to fix this issue. So here, okay, connect. So here, yes, the network issue has been fixed. Just refresh it. So Okay, fine. So refresh it, refresh. Then it need to be redirected to your traffic. So here, go to overview. Okay, there is some kind of network issue there, guys. Just please with me for some time. So I'm going to show to you what exactly it is. It is not taking more time. Yes, it has been in the open state. Yes, the name which I had said is TMP1122. Go to overview, just copy the DNS name and here access the application. Yes, is the application working fine or not? Yes, successfully I can be able to access the application. Even one of the endpoint has been down. So it has been degraded or not? Yes, the application where I had hosted in the primary region is down, but the application is still accessible to end users from the another region. This is the beautiness of traffic manager. In this way we are going to implement the traffic manager in Azure. Okay guys, fine. Okay, we will meet you in the next session with a new topic. Until signing off, thank you, bye bye.